Good evening and welcome to RickSwanRacing. I am back again in the sim. Going to do another short stream. Well, maybe not. I'm going to try to do 2 races tonight depending on how the first one goes probably. So tonight I'm going to be on iRacing and I'm going to attempt to do the race that I screwed up the other day. I tried to do a GT3 fixed race at the Red Bull ring and ended up, for anybody that watched the stream, I ended up jumping into it and jumping into a practice session thinking that I was queued up to do the actual race, and then when the time for the race came around, magically I wasn't queued up for it. So we're going to try to redo that tonight, but this time with me actually racing at the Red Bull ring. So I'm going to jump into the practice session now and get started with it. I'm going to load it up. Again, driving the Corvette, which I'm a pretty big fan of. Yeah, and then if all goes well, I'm going to try to do this race, and then after that, I will attempt to jump in. I'm going to try to do a quick swap and jump over to LeMans Ultimate and potentially do a mixed class event at Sebring if there's enough population of people to do it. It's kind of hit or miss, but being a Friday night, I'm kind of hoping that I'm hoping I didn't just do the exact same thing. Well, I'll check it in a second here. But I'm hoping that there's enough people that I can jump into a mixed class race at Sebring on LMU, because I really like Sebring. So we'll jump on this for a few minutes, and then I will jump back out and ensure that I am in fact queued up for the race. Yeah, I ended up jumping onto this last night as well. Did a session, and it was pretty good. It was fun. I'm a big fan of the Red Bull ring. It's a very flowy and a fun track. Last night was pretty tough. It was a pretty tight field. It was only a single split, if I recall. So it was a pretty wide range of skills. I'm pretty sure it was a single split. I'm trying to remember now, but was a lot of fun. Started pretty far to the back. And gained a couple spots, had a couple of ugly trail breaking slides that was my own bad as I was trying to get used to the track again. So I'm going to try not to do that again tonight. All right, so we are live, and I'm going to check the weather anyways, even though
fastest lap for Dimitri.
I'm fairly confident that this event doesn't plan for rain. And again, this is fixed, so I shouldn't have to do anything, but I just, as a matter of habit, I always go and do the setup anyways, even though I really don't need to. It's just kind of habit. All right, so let's dive into it.
Pit lane speed limit is 50 miles per hour. There's traffic behind, keep your wits about you.
Take it real easy the first lap out, or lap 2 anyways, trying to get these tires warmed up well. This is one of the places that I did a trail braking slide. definitely, once the car gets moving sideways, they're kind of going for a ride. And then this was actually the second spot that I did it, both downhill runs. Probably gonna let these two guys behind me who are catching me quickly go by, just because they're carrying so much more speed. So I'm gonna pull off line. My tires aren't even up to temp yet.
Clear left.
The guys parked on the side of the road making a cell phone call apparently. Let this guy go by. Go.
Car right.
Your tires are warm.
Right side's clear.
Go good. Sometimes it's kind of hard to know in iRacing, at least I find it hard to know in iRacing, how much curb or how much runoff areas you can use without ending up getting a penalty, or not really a penalty, but at least like a 1X. Some places it seems like you can get away with a lot more than you would expect, and then other places you get wrapped on the knuckles pretty hard. But it seems like one of the big keys to being fast, without a doubt, is knowing where you can and cannot run wide. So it's definitely good to take the practice time to experiment a little bit with that.
337.
Guy behind me just spun out and smoked it. I noticed the McLarens are really strong. They seem to be pretty high up there. I kind of wonder if the end of this season or whatever in iRacing they will maybe balance a little bit.
Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. B34, that puts you 1.1 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 times okay.
That guy went in hard.
Sector 1 is 1.2 seconds off the pace. You're a second off the pace in sector 2.
Shifting down there.
.335. Sector 3 time is fast. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. The guy behind has just done a 133.57.
I always found this track interesting, kind of like Fuji. It's like, they're like, hey, let's put a track on the side of a mountain. And I guess here in the States, Sonoma probably is, or even Laguna Seca is probably like that too.
That's your quickest lap in this session. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. The guy behind has just done a 133.08. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace.
And this Corvette really likes to push out, I find. Again, like I said in my previous stream, it just seems like if you get on the gas too early, it just likes to just shove it right out. Then again, this is a fixed setup, so I'm sure with some tuning, maybe you can reduce that. Maybe.
37, you're currently 3.8 seconds off the leader's pace. Sector 3 time is quick.
Slow.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure my race logic display is possessed again tonight. It seems to want to just change displays on its own for some reason. I don't know why that is. It's a little temperamental sometimes. I love it. It's very, very handy,
off the pace.
and it looks great in the cockpit. Occasionally, it just gets a little weird.
48.
The sound of this thing almost sounds like a motorcycle. I wonder if the real car sounds like this. Good lap, that's your best in the session. You're now 3.5 off the pace. That was a 132.73. Second off the pace in sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. That's gonna hurt. Way hard, way hard. Thought I was gonna clip that inside sausage and it was gonna send me flying. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. Yeah, so like right there, just got a warning.
You need to watch the track limits.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised.
B42. Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
I think I'll go around probably one more lap or so.
That's
and then
half
I'm
fuel.
break away for
your
just
fuel.
a sec and get out and confirm that this is actually the dirt. This is actually going to load me up into a race, or if I join another practice session. I don't believe I did, but I'll make sure. Slide.
Car right. He's still there. Still there. Clear right. Sector 3 times okay. Car left. Still there. Hold your line. He's still there. Still there. Clear left.
I'll give him that. Wasn't really trying to fight with him, but
Sector 1 is 2.0 seconds off the pace.
he seemed pretty eager to get by me. He went way off. I didn't think you could go that far off. Interesting. I think you can. Well, either way, he was definitely faster than I was, because he came wailing up on me into the final corner to down the front stretch. But I'm going to pit now. Unless I slide off. In style. Alright, totally not what I intended to do. Let's do this. Yeah, it was pretty graceful. Let's watch a replay of that. Totally not what I meant to do. I was just trying to slow down to enter the pit. Went to dive for the pit, and my rear end said no. Well, we won't do that again. Get it out of my system now before the race. Alright, let me take a look at this for a minute. I'm going to quit out of this. No, it's a race session. Cool, so I know it's a race. So I'm going to break away for a minute, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Had to step away for just a moment, and also wanted to make sure that I was actually going to be in a race session and not pull the same shenanigans that I did earlier in the week when I wanted to do this race. That would be kind of sad to do the same thing twice in a row. So theoretically the event should be starting in just a moment here, so I guess I will just hang tight and wait for the race to start. And again, at any time, I definitely look forward to comments from people as to what's working, what's not working with these races. Let me know. You know, with the camera angles, the lighting. I'm trying to make some changes to the lighting to get the wheel lit up a little bit better, because it was, I think that the GoPro that I wear in my head was kind of getting bleached out a bit on the screens. It was making it hard to see everything, and everything was getting super, super white on the screens because the interior of the cockpit was so dark, whereas outside it was so bright. So I've tried adding some additional lighting in here to try to get the interior of the cockpit lit up a little bit better. But this should be a good session. There's 180 some odd people. I mean, I know I'm slow. I know I'm a few seconds off pace, but I pretty much plan for that these days because, well, I'm old and stuff. I mean, we're not talking like driving Miss Daisy or anything. I'm not that slow, but I'm also not that fast. Okay, here we go. Race session. Of course, just quoting driving Miss Daisy kind of dates myself. Load it up. Well, it's a Friday, so what better thing to do on a Friday evening than to hop into a sim race? Okay, let's see if we can get in on some practice time here once it fully loads up.
All clear. Push now.
Cold.
On your right.
Everything.
Right side's clear. The track temperature's falling. It's now 68 Fahrenheit.
Cold tires, cold wheels, cold brakes. Cold track. Didn't even get a whole lap into it. That's okay. Get ready to go qualify here.
Alright Rick, we've got 2 laps to get the job done. Track temperature's decreasing. It's now 68 Fahrenheit.
That's kind of on the chilly side. That's actually really, it seems really cold for a track. Well, again, this first lap, just trying to get the tires warmed up, get the car ready, get the tires up to pressure, get everything warmed up as best you can. And then we'll go at it first full lap. Yeah, that long yellow curb over there looks like it would just love to kill you. Like that one there too. Sure, hitting that sideways would ruin your day. I think they had a WEC race. I can't remember if it was Imola or Monza that Aston Martin, I think it was. I think it was an Aston Martin. Hit one of those sideways. It was either an Aston Martin or a Porsche hit one sideways, and it just vaulted the car. It was ugly. I think it was last year. Door flew off. Car flipped over. Curbs can kill.
The leader has just done a 131.74. E9, that was a 133.22.
So this will be my last hot lap.
Off the pace.
Because you only get 2 for quali. Imagine downhill in real life, this is probably pretty crazy. Ah, shoot. Yeah, way wide, so this one's not going to count. Damn, I really screwed that one up.
You're outside of track limits there.
I know, Jim. It was a good run too for me. It was faster than the first one. Oh well. Abnormal lap. Tried to see if I could stick it a little bit longer, but nope. Stuck it way outside. See if I can back up and watch a previous lap. Yep, love that livery. Feels like they got the sound pretty good on this one too. It sounds really nice. Would be interesting to see if this, you know, if it's as cold as they said it was. Like they said it was what, 68 degrees or something on the track. At least when the spotter called it out. Would be interesting to see how much traction and therefore times is affected by the track temperature. I'm sure the models that iRacing uses to determine grip levels and stuff like that is probably pretty good. I mean, I know, for example, LeMans Ultimate, they struggled getting the game set up to where it was somewhat realistic traction and surface traction levels. But it's an iterative process, and especially for a sim like that that's currently in basically a paid beta. But you know, iRacing's been doing this for a while. But the addition of water and rain, I'm sure, made it a whole new ball game.
That's the end of the session. P15.
P15. Well, not horrible. I'll take it. At least I'm not last. At least I don't think I'm last. Hopefully I'm not last. I guess the good thing about last is you can kind of sit back and watch and see what happens. All right, let's grid. I'm going to go down and turn my tires off. Not that I'm going to do a pit change, but just as a matter of habit. Because if I have to pit for some reason, I don't want tires.
90 seconds.
Alrighty. So minute and a half. I think this is a 20-minute race or so. Towards the back of the pack, that's okay. It looks like we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 or 20 or so cars.
60 seconds.
It'll be fun no matter how you slice it.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 67 Fahrenheit.
Oh, it's getting colder.
Your tyres are cold, watch out. The track temp is 67 Fahrenheit. The air temp is 66.
It's chilly.
Okay, rolling starts. Follow car number 2 in the left column. The pace car speed is 43 miles per hour.
It's entertaining as when you watch people trying to warm up their tires, and I do it too. But occasionally, I see somebody who gets a little too crazy with their tire warm up and ends up off in the grass and spins out. Completely embarrassing moment. And on the same note, you've seen people rear-end other people because they're not paying attention because they're too busy talking on their streams about how people crash on the grass. Yeah, like that never happens.
Catch up to car number 2. We need to catch car number 2. Catch up to car number 2. Okay, Rick, be ready. Floor it, green, green, green.
Yeah, I saw that coming. I was felt like I was pinched off on the inside there. I couldn't really get any kind of run. That's okay.
Right side.
This guy got a run.
Still there. Still there. Hold your line. There's an incident in. It looks like Nikolai. Clear right. Car right. He's still there. Clear right. Driver in front of us is Killian, car number 7, B license.
Oh, death. Stay over there.
There's an incident in turn 7. Looks like it's Mentas.
Betting 2 people tried to share the same piece of real estate.
Okay, Rick, the next car is Gato, car number 15, B license, 17th place. Mentas, behind is pitting.
Great exit on that corner.
Gato ahead is increasing. It's now 1.0. The gap to NATO ahead is now 1.6.
Turned in too early. See if I can catch up to this group though. I'd up to 10 with them. Oh, got an off track.
Okay, Rick, we've just cut the track. Incident in turn 8. We think it might be Nikolai. That's a new fastest lap for Anthony, 1:31.27.
I think somebody in front of me clipped that guy. Lucky it wasn't worse. I'm just glad he didn't spit back out.
P16.
Whoop.
15 minutes
You
left.
guys going.
Keep digging. This isn't over yet. Car right.
See if I can get a run on these guys. Good. They're going to want to get back up front.
Gap to NATO ahead is now 1.1. Fastest lap for Daniel, 1:31.06. Killian behind is pitting now, 3:14.
It's going to dent the wheel. Side-by-side action going on up in front of me. I'm hoping that they can tangle a little.
Gap to NATO ahead is increasing. It's now 3.0 seconds. There's an incident in turn 8.
Maybe I got my wish on that one that the guys would tangle, and that's exactly what happened. The two that were running side by side so much.
The guy in front is Pedro, car number 6, B license, B12. You've just done a 1:33.00.
Deeper than I wanted to that time. gonna try to take fourth gear through that, see if I can get a little bit more speed out of it. I don't think so, but gotta do something. Need to find a little more speed somewhere.
Alright Rick, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. That's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. The gap to E11 in front is now 0.6.
I'll try it, but I don't have a lot of hope for it. Maybe.
That last lap was at 132.40. Nikolai is gaining on you. The gap is now 5.3. There's an incident in turn 3. Looks like it's Daniel. Yellow flag. Okay, Rick, the next car is Daniel, car number 4.
Yeah, that's going to push me way out too far if I stay in the fourth.
We've been warned about track limits.
Yeah.
The gap to P11 ahead is increasing. It's now 2.1. You'll need to slow down if you don't want a penalty. You need to slow down, give back some time.
Yeah, so I think the lesson of that is I don't think fourth gear is a good one to stay in on that. Just seems to push way too far out.
Incident in turn 6. It looks like Marek. Yellow flag.
He's going to try to stay in front of me.
Car left. Clear left.
Let's see if I can fight to stay in front of this guy.
P11.
At least if he's going to pass me, I'll make him work for it. Or he's going to rear-end me in the process.
Okay, Rick, don't let this guy distract you. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Lap time is 1:30.87. That's your fastest lap. You've used half your fuel.
Well, that guy behind me's obviously got a faster line, so I got to figure out what he's doing differently.
Yellow flag. On your right.
So we're going to dive through.
Hold your line. Clear right. Push now. The guy behind is catching.
Yeah, please don't dive on me. Almost killed myself right there, trail brake, and I felt it go.
The car in front of us is Moretto, car number 14, B license. Right side's clear.
Yeah, I could see where somebody might blame me for blocking that. I probably won't do that again now, but I don't really appreciate people trying to dive in on corners that are unrealistic to make a pass on like that.
Don't let this guy intimidate you.
I mean, I'll give him a pass if it's a good, clean pass, but don't pull that stuff.
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes. Just done 1:30.85. Okay, Rick, there's a car exit in the pits, heads up. Car right. Still there. Clear right.
1 minute left. there's a half-naked car in front of me.
White flag, last lap. That lap was a 132.37. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
This guy in front of me might end up becoming a factor.
Left side.
Go
Still
for it.
clear left.
I'm gonna try to switch out.
Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. P11. There's the finish. Well done.
Yeah, I'll take it. Not too shabby. Guess I'll go over here and park. So I don't really need. Got 2 X's, so I'm not probably gonna do my clean lap to try to gain back some safety rating.
That's the end of the session.
Yeah, I'll take that. Let me see what time it is. So I think if I'm fast, I might be able to make it into another race here. Not too shabby though. I'll take that. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Way over there. Not too bad. All right, let's jump out of this for a minute and launch LeMans Ultimate. In the process, got to change a few things.
Radio check.
Let's see if I have enough time or if there's enough interest in the multi-class so it's worth me jumping in. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Goosebump starts in 27 minutes. Let's see how many people are signed up. Handful. All right, let's do it. I'm going to register for this. But first, got to do a couple things. I got to change my SimHub setup over to LeMans Ultimate. Let's give it a quick test, make sure it works, and it doesn't seem to want to at the moment, so. Okay, there we go. One of the things that I notice is that if I have my race logic and my flagging system going, there gets a little bit, it's almost like there's a USB confusion or something, so I have to like restart them to make them work properly. So theoretically, everything's all set up and ready to go. So I'm going to register for this event. And I'm going to pick some GTE and do Corvette in this one as well. And I will cross my fingers in hopes that we, well, two things. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that we get a decent amount of people that sign up, so we can have a nice large class and or a nice large event. And then the other thing is cross my fingers and hope that the sim doesn't explode all over the place on me, because it gets a little temperamental. I will be right back. I'm going to set this to be right back for just a moment, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. So I am back, and it looks like the practice session is loaded up. So I'm going to get out here now in LeMans Ultimate and do some practice laps here at Sebring. And again, like I said, we'll cross our fingers that A, we get enough people that sign up for a multi-class event in the intermediate class, and B, that the sim decides to play nice. So let's do a few things. Do a car setup. So now moving from a GT3 to a GTE, which will be a little bit different. None of those assists that we were talking about. So this will give me a few minutes to kind of learn this car again, for to get that muscle memory going. Yeah, I love Sebring. It's a super cool track.
The guy in front has just done a 204.69.
I've had the opportunity to film a couple of events down here in both Fanatec SRO and IMSA.
All clear on pit exit, you can push now. Cold tyres all round. We need to get some heat into these brakes. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
Oh, you can't park there.
We think that Joseph has crashed.
I think Joseph
Sector
parallel
3 is
parked.
green.
Slippery. You gotta be aware of the
Flag
bumps.
in Sector 1. Sector 1 is green.
Yeah, these tires are really cold. This is going to be a nighttime race.
yellow flag. We think that Mateo has pinned it. Sector 1 is 4.1 seconds off the pace. Yellow flag in Sector 3. Green flag in Sector 3. We can see Boss has stacked it. Flag Sector 1, brake temperatures are okay. Sector 2 is 2.0, off the pace. That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes.
Feels especially slimy tonight for some reason. Must be they got cold track temps or something up for this. Definitely not as actually this would be a sunrise race now that I see the sunbird.
That time was a 2:40.27.
Sector 3 is 3.4, off the pace.
Oh, I know. Just coming up to speed. Right behind me just died.
Sector 1, yellow flag. It looks like Coria has binned it. Green flag Sector 1.
Every time I've been to Sebring, it has been absurdly hot and dry.
Incident Sector 3, yellow flag. We think Boulon has gone off. Sector 3 is clear. Car in front has just posted a 208.82. Sector 2 is 2.0, off the pace. Okay, Rick, there's a faster class car approaching.
Lap 2.
That lap was at 210.57. Clear left. Yellow flag, Sector 2. Clear left. We think Barbell has gone off.
Yeah, it seems like it's taken probably a good 3 to 4 laps for my tires to come in on this to finally warm up.
Green flag, Sector 2.
Porsche behind me is definitely faster, so I'll let him go by in a second and see if I can follow his line.
Sector 3 is now yellow. Green flag, Sector 3. Alright Rick, 15 minutes left, that's 15 left, clear left. Your lap time was 2:08.71.
Yeah, way wide. Tried to drag it a little later, but nope, nope, nope.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 1 is now green.
He's taking an interesting line. It looked like he's diving in sooner. I wonder what he's doing. I don't know. Maybe it's a Porsche thing. I don't know.
Sector 1 is 4.6 off the pace. Flag, caution. Sector 3 is clear, green flag. The guy clear right, yellow flag in Sector 1. It looks like Mateo has spun off. Green flag in Sector 1.
Huh, I thought I was clear. I didn't realize that guy was there. It said clear right, but then it wasn't. I'm pretty sure that's an LMP2 that just came out of the pit there. The sim doesn't always represent the car accurately when it doesn't load the car into the sim. So you get this generic blue, red, white, and blue Porsche, unless you force it to reload the graphic.
Clear left.
But that only seems to really happen during the practice sessions. Where you going there, dude?
Sector 1 is 3.7 seconds off the pace. Clear right. Yellow flag, Sector 2. Sector 2 is green. Yellow flag in Sector 3. We think that Thomas has gone off.
Don't do it,
Green flag, Sector 3.
Let's get about 10 minutes left of this practice session before the race starts.
Yellow flag in Sector 1.
Lap 2.
Sector 1 is green.
9.3.
Going to be a beautiful sunrise at Sebring.
Yellow flag, Sector 1. Sector 1 is clear. To go. That's 10 minutes left. Sector 1 is 3.3, off the pace.
I will often, during practice sessions, I'll often just like people by me that are obviously faster because it allows me to kind of watch their lines, maybe try to figure out why I'm slow, and maybe can pick up a little bit of speed. I mean, some cars are just naturally faster than others, and some of these track combinations. I'm definitely by no means that fast. Hey, there's cones all over the road.
Sector 1 is yellow.
920, 9.0.
It looks like Paolo has binned it.
Paolo is in the wall right over there. Yeah, somebody's over there.
Green flag in Sector 1. Okay, Rick, 10 minutes of fuel remaining. The car in front has just done a 202.28.
I will do one more lap and then I'm going to jump out, do a little bit of fuel calculations, and wait for the session to start.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. We think Coria has binned it. Sector 3 is now clear. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag.
Time 208.98.
Yeah, that guy behind me thought he was shit hot. He came in. He came in pretty hot in on me and then just looped it.
Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 1 is 2.6 seconds off the pace. Okay, Rick, there's a faster car approaching.
Let this guy by.
Final car clear left. Sector 1 is clear.
I'm going to pit this time around. Boom.
300 feet.
I wonder if that speed bump is there in real life. Feels like it's
100
going to
feet.
take the bottom of your car off. Okay, so I'm going to jump out of this practice session and see how much time we got left. First, I'm going to return to the garage. Let's get about 4 minutes, and I'm running at just over a 2-minute lap. I'm like way slower than everybody else, but that's okay. So let me jump out of this. There's actually a reason that I'm going to do this.
That's the end of the session, P5.
Okay, so it's a 25-minute race. Let's do some math. So we'll call it a 2-minute lap, even though it's not quite 2 minutes. So 25 divided by 2. So it's a 25-minute race, roughly about 2 minutes a lap. So according to this, I need minimum of 13 laps worth of fuel. So usually what I do in this case is I will pick up 1 or 2 extra laps. Sure, it's a little bit extra heavy, but you know, if I add a couple laps, to me, I mean, I'm not competing for first place anyway, so I'm not going to stress it too hard. So I'll probably go with about 14 laps of fuel, just from by my really rudimentary math. So now we just get to wait and see if the sim is going to decide to load. Looks like quite a few people, though, registered anyways, or at least enough to make it a good, fun race. It seems to me, if I understand correctly, the way it shows the ranking right here when they load everybody, that whoever is on the top of the list is the person with the highest driver rating. So in this case, you know, there's a guy with a silver 1 driver rating and then a platinum 2 safety rating, and then way at the bottom is me with a bronze 3 driver rating and a platinum 3 safety rating. Again, similar to iRacing, where I tend to be a pretty safe driver, but I just, you know, struggle to maintain pace and get up with the fast guys. And you know, whether that's a case of me taking less risk in the passing, I think I tend to be a cleaner racer for it. You know, for better or worse. But once this gets down to less than a minute, I actually leave this lobby, go back to the main menu. I like what they call this because it's Halloween week. They're calling them different things. So this is Goosebumps, you know, for the sleeping bumps, which I think is pretty creative. But once this ends up, we will dive right back in. Definitely will be different for all us GTE drivers when they drop the GT3s in to see if you can drive them that much harder. So alright, I'm going to drop out of this and wait for the intermediate event to start in about 10 seconds. according to that right there. I already did the midnight on the Mulsanne, and that was pretty cool too. All right. So I just got to remember 14 laps. 14 laps of fuel for the actual race. Any minute. Wow, looking pretty dark here. What is it? 7:15 a.m. Looks like it's going to be a fairly dark practice.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
So according to this, I've only got 9 laps of fuel. Interesting. I keep hearing people plow into a wall, which is interesting. It could be that they are running, it could very well be that they are running a compressed fuel consumption for the event, so it's like 2 times consumption or something like that, which will be interesting. 2 times fuel consumption, 2 times tire wear or something like that. But it is awfully dark here at Sebring. Interesting. So maybe I'll just run with a full fuel tank of fuel, because I don't think I'm really going to have much of an option. Be interesting to see what the calculator does on my screens.
The pit exit's clear. Your brakes are cold, be careful. We've got cold tyres, we need to get some heat into them.
I did a 2.5-hour Le Mans event early on when the sim came out, and it was really cool because they did compressed time, so you got to see sunset, sunrise over in France. It was very neat in the in the 2.5-hour period.
Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag.
This particular time right now, this is just
Green flag in Sector
quick
1.
little
That's
practice.
The end of the session. P2.
Like I said, quick little practice. Let's see if it's going to allow me to go to qualifying or if it's going to blow up. We'll sit, pray a little, be a little patient. Can't really go out until that qualifying clock starts. Hopefully. Okay, so the green came on, so theoretically I can go qualify. Turn. I guess if they really wanted to make it like a Halloween event, they could have zombies running around. Ooh, even better. How about if all the support staff on the support staff on the track were like undead? That'd be pretty cool. I'd get on board with that. At least it'd give you something to run away from.
The pit exit looks clear. We've got 5 minutes to get the job done. We need to get some heat into these brakes. Your tyres are cold, watch out.
everything is cold. Because if I'm correct, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. And again, first lap out does not count towards qualifying, so they at least give you a lap to warm up, and then your first complete lap. In iRacing, again, it's 2 full laps towards your qualifying time, but then in LeMans Ultimate, you can get as many laps in as you can in the time period. In fact, if you start a new lap before the clock runs out, you can complete that lap, and I'm pretty certain it will count. You know, right now I'm not going to necessarily get the best qualifying time because I'm not taking qualifying fuel. I took just full tank for now. Mainly because the sim gets a little weird, at least for me. In the setup menus, I've had it blow up a few times. I don't really know why. I assume it's just my computer, but I know that there's still some bugs that the developers are working on the sim as they kind of sharpen the edge. I've been pretty pleased with the developments of the sim. I've been pretty pleased with what they've done with it so far. So this should be my first lap that counts, so hopefully the tires are up to 10.
Lap 2, 15.85.
P6. Sector 3 is 3.9 seconds off the pace.
Oh, I know.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Sector 1 is 2.9 seconds off the pace.
Yeah, and that 2.9 seconds might not actually be between me and the other GTs. That might be between me and the LMP2s as well. I'm not sure on that.
The guy ahead's last lap time is a 2:05.13. Sector 2 is 2.3 seconds off the pace.
Time 2:10.30.
That's last.
Yeah, that's pretty slow. Gotta crank it up a little bit more here. Or a lot more.
That's the end of the session. P9.
As I said previously, I can finish this lap and it'll count. Shaved a couple seconds off.
Lap 2, 0, 8.09.
I don't think it changed my position any, and that's okay. Okay. Let's see. So according to this, I can jump in. Got about a minute and a half before the start. Downside to wearing a GoPro on your head for more than an hour is it starts to actually hurt your head. I might have to get inventive and come up with some other camera setup here to do the POV thing. It's very, very quiet. Get about 44 seconds. A little too quiet. Turn up the fan a little bit, try to get some airflow in here. I have a built-in fan system that blows air at me. Helps on the long races for sure. 10 seconds. Okay. Boy, that guy just beat.
Formation lap has started.
I find it interesting that there's an LMP2 back in the midst of all of us. That seems rather strange.
Green flag.
Let's go, let's go.
Let's see if it can stay clean and not die right here and now.
Car on right side's clear. Clear right, on your right, right side's clear. Right side's clear.
Okay, guys.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. We can can see Cordell and Salas have gone off.
I'm sure I got
That's barely
rear-ended
a
by.
scratch, mate. Just ignore it. Green flag.
Rear-ended by a Ferrari. That's expensive.
Well done, Rick. Good start.
P2's going to try to hustle his way through. Guy's gonna force his way through. Fine.
Car clear right.
Well, maybe I can repay the favor at some point.
Yellow flag. Webb is leading the race. Clear left. Looks like P4's gone off.
Guess I got a little lucky on that one.
That time was a 2:19.23.
Car in front is Eric.
Don't do it again.
Sector 1 is yellow. We think that Webb has gone off. Clear
Really?
left. Green flag, sector 1.
Yeah, you're a dickhead, so I gotta take you out. That, sir, makes you an asshole.
The next car is Salas.
Well, and unfortunately, that's kind of the sign of some of these too. It's like if you can't get by clean, you crash people. ACC has a bad problem with that, which is why I no longer play it. But that's all good. If I can catch up to him, I'm going to make his day miserable.
Okay, Rick. The next car is Costa. Sector 1, yellow flag. Next in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
That time was a 2:50.
Keep it nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us. 6th place. Sector 1 is green. The car behind is pitting. That's 20 minutes to go.
So it looks to me I get about 8 laps of fuel.
Incident in Sector 1. Yellow flag, Sector 2.
So that I'm definitely going to have to pit. Looks like, hey, there's my buddy.
Sector 1 is green. Green flag, Sector 2. Green flag in Sector 3. We've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them. 10. Yellow flag, sector 1. Yellow flag, watch out.
Okay, guys.
Lap 2, 0.
Green flag, sector 1. Nice one, Rick. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. P4.
Looks like maybe two guys tangled a bit.
Yellow flag. The guy in front is Salas. It looks like Salas has crashed. Sector 1 is green.
Yeah, early on in LMU, the
Sector 3 is clear.
Ferrari
Green
was
flag.
just about
The car in
untouchable.
front of us is now Eric.
They were so fast, and they balanced them up a little bit.
Yellow flag, sector 3.
So we got
We
roughly
can see Daniel has stacked it.
14 minutes of fuel, 7 laps, 14 minutes of fuel, but 14 minutes of fuel. And I've got 16 minutes of the race left, so I'm going to have to pit. Which I may just decide to do kind of a little bit earlier in the equation. I mean, I could try to fuel conserve, but
I think
probably won't.
spin it, P3. Sector 3 is green.
Kind of lonely out here, not a lot of other cars around. I've stood right over there. And right over there.
15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go.
And over there.
Yellow flag in sector 1. We think that Salas has binned it.
I've stood along this fence. Yeah, a couple of years ago when WEC and IMSA ran here together on the same weekend, the 1,000 miles, I think, the 1,000 miles of Sebring, I think it is. It was really cool. That was the first year that the hypercars, if I recall, came out. And unfortunately, I didn't get to see the WEC event as I was attempting IMSA one. But they were loading up all the WEC cars, and it was just really cool.
All right, Rick, the next car is 1 lap behind. We're halfway home. Should be about 11 minutes of fuel remaining.
Alright, 11 minutes of fuel. Figure out what's left of the race here.
Green flag, sector 1.
13. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You've got half your fuel left.
Yeah, they must have this on like a compressed fuel consumption. And probably tires as well, like double wear. I tend to be pretty easy on tires though. But I will probably still take them anyways.
We're at the halfway point. Yellow flag in sector 1. Sector 1 is now green.
I think I actually flat spotted my tires a little bit during that slide off.
Incident in sector 1, yellow flag. We think that Daniel has gone off.
Lap 2:09.02.
Costa is missing from position 4. He should be a little bit behind when he comes out. Green flag sector 1. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Yeah, so the decision is, do you attempt to conserve a minute and a half of fuel, which is nearly an entire lap? You stay over there. Pretty sure that LP2 is damaged. It's not driving straight. The LP2 seem rather fragile, which is understandable. I'd like to drive one. Well, I'd like to drive any of these, but most of my behind-the-wheel actual competition has come in the form of rallycross, off-road stuff.
It looks like Daniel has crashed.
But I did get to do a hot lap of Watkins Glen, which is the discussion for another day. So much fun. I'm going to pit next time around so that I can get the full benefit of some fresh tires. Even though I get about 3.5 laps, I don't want to wait till the very last second.
Okay, Rick, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good.
Kind of unsure of how quickly my tires are wearing based upon how they have this race set up.
Time
Sector 2 is now yellow.
9.33.
We think Daniel has spun off. Sector 2 is clear.
So 9 minutes left. I'm going to pit this time a little bit on the early side just because I'm unsure. And like I said, I'm pretty sure these are a little bit flat spotted. It felt like it a little bit. It's a little rougher than usual. pit entrance is a little bit weird here. You get that wrong and you get a drive-through penalty, which I really don't
300 feet. 100 feet. Go, go.
want. I can't go. I'm up on jacks. Am I still up in the air? Yep, waiting on fuel. No, because it's going to give me a full tank. Yeah, not that I needed a full tank, obviously, but that's what it was set up for. It might have cost me some spots, and if it did, it did.
The pit exit is clear. Push now. Got cold brakes all round. Be careful.
My hope is that some of these guys that are out here haven't been in for fuel yet, and that they still need to bid for fuel. But unsure.
Lap 3, 19.3.
P3. Right, the guy ahead of us is a lap behind.
Okay.
Here come the LMP2 cars.
Tires are cold. Brakes are cold.
Blue flag.
Getting run down by some prototypes. I'm gonna make their life easy.
Clear left. Leader, hurry up, it's pitting. 5 minutes to go, this is good. We'll be on the podium if we can keep it together. Your brake temps look good.
Well, maybe with a little luck, there will be enough entries in
Eric
this
is pitting
that
from P2. It looks like he'll come out just behind you.
this
Eric
will
ahead
count.
is pitting.
A little distracted by the notification. But yeah, you know, you need, in this you need, I think it's a minimum of 8 cars in class for it to count towards any kind of scoring, towards your licensing or safety rating or driver rating, all that. More so driver rating, I believe. And as I said, I think in my other video, it's hard here in the States, where I think the bulk of the drivers on this sim are probably over in Europe. Although I've seen quite a few Brazilian.
Past the car behind, blue flag. Clear left.
the only thing that doesn't make this super realistic, especially if this was an IMSA race, is the sheer number of drunk people that are standing on the sides of the track. You go to an IMSA event, that's pretty entertaining. Yeah, that's the word, entertaining.
Webb behind is pitting.
So we got 2 minutes left, so
That time was a
might be done this
2:10.30.
lap, or if not
2 minutes to
one
go,
more.
2 minutes.
One more after this. So this lap or next, depending on where the prototypes end up. Time for sunrise. Let's see if it gives me one more lap after this. I see flags, so maybe.
That time was
Okay, Rick, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. P1 behind is now 4.7 seconds, 1 lap ahead.
That kind of makes me wonder how it would have turned out had I not got spun by that guy. I mean, P1, the lead guys were fast. I mean, hands down, I was definitely a lot slower than them, but the spin certainly didn't help. Just let this guy go by. Unless I screwed up and that guy was on the same lap. Pretty sure I thought it was P1. but I didn't get a blue flag, so maybe I just gave away a spot for no reason. That would be kind of stupid.
Well done, Rick. Great drive. That's a podium. Okay, pit stop requested.
And there you have it. That was a fun race. Not a huge field, but it was a lot of fun. Go over here and park and see how many people died in the race. There we go. Yeah, so quite a few DNFs. I think a lot. I mean, it wasn't a big field to begin with, but man, there's a lot of DNFs. Right on. Well, I'm going to call it a night for tonight. And I want to thank everybody again for coming to watch my stream. Let's try that again. Hit the wrong button. I want to thank everybody again for coming to watch my stream. I really appreciate it. I like having people come check it out. Hopefully we can get some chat content going on here because I would love to interact with people. So hopefully I'm setting up the chat feature correctly, which could explain why people are not talking, but that's all good. It's still a pretty new channel. I haven't even been doing the streaming for a week, so this is still pretty new for me. But again, appreciate everybody coming and spending some time with me tonight. Remember to please hit the like, comment, subscribe, and I will see people around. Peace.